Solomon is a great young man. He was born with Down syndrome 26 years ago.
In the early stage of his life, I think it was there about 2 years, thereabout, we noticed that he had Down syndrome, which apparently became an issue. It was hard for me and my siblings and my parents to actually handle it, but we were able to cope with it, and then we had to take him to a Down Syndrome Foundation, whereby he had to start learning stuff, and it was a very challenging period for us because for him, because of the Down syndrome, he became quite sluggish to do stuff, and at the point we felt like, okay, is this all that can happen to him?
Despite his condition, he is doing outstanding things.
In the long run, he became a blessing to us. Solomon right now is an amazing young man. I won't call him a boy, he's a man, and he's been transformed. Now he can do a lot of things. He plays basketball very well, he acts, he cooks, he bakes, he does everything a normal person who doesn't have Down syndrome does, even better than most of them. With time, he grew and he became more stable.
He loves to play basketball. Solomon has played basketball in the Special Olympic Games in Los Angeles, winning silver medal. He has just graduated from the Down Syndrome Foundation School in Surulere, Lagos.
Mindset of people outside having children like that is that, oh, they cannot do it. But being Solomon is living with Down syndrome and he can do more than even what you expect from him to do. Based on his academic, he's very, very good. I think in couples of last month, he went for a quiz competition at Modupeko Akoka with some of his colleagues, and they came home with first position out of 6 schools. He represents Down syndrome over there.
Apart from sports, he is also a good actor. He recently starred in Wale Adenuga's Super Story.
Gara!
What have I told you about sneaking around in the shadows and creeping up on me? How many times?
Who is that man?
So you are now monitoring me?
How's that mean?
What gave you the right to spy on me? So you want to cage me? Know who I go in with and who I come out with? And who do you think you are?
I am your husband.
Another astonishing thing about him is that he also is a very good cook. Cooking is one of his hobbies.
I love cooking in spaghetti. He use onions, he use carrots, he use curry and Maggi.
Down syndrome occurs in people of all races and economic levels. Misconceptions about this condition need to be corrected.
Allow these children to unleash their talent and also contribute to the society. So don't stigmatize. Don't get them stigmatized. Don't lock them up.
Delicious. Well done, Solomon. Most people with Down syndrome have a mild to moderate cognitive disability or intellectual disability. This is not indicative of the many strengths and talents each individual possesses, Of course, you can see that in Solomon.
Solomon is a model and a good dancer. He captures the hearts of people and continues to inspire almost everyone who has the opportunity of meeting him. Just like every other person, Solomon has dreams.
I want to become a warrior on the future.
I have to clap.
So we have the LA Olympics silver medalist, the dancer, cook,
yes,
and soon-to-be lawyer and actor as well.
Yes.
Solomon
in fact,
joining
us.
us.
Chase that guy's job.
Yes, so Beyonce is going to show you a thing or two soon.
That's Solomon joining us this morning. Hi, Solomon. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
And of course, we also have the administrator of the Down Syndrome Association of Nigeria, Mr. Muyiwa. Foundation of Nigeria, Mr. Muyiwa.
Thank you so much.
Majek Odumi.
Thank you. Great to be here.
AKA Majek.
Yes.
Mr.
Yes.
Majek.
Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much.
Let's talk about some of these issues that people face with Down syndrome in Nigeria.
So Solomon, is there anything you cannot do? You do everything. Wow. I saw you cook.
I cook very well.
You cook very well?
Yes.
So tell me how you would cook something. What would you cook for me?
Yeah, I will cook spaghetti.
Okay, spaghetti.
You use pepper, Maggi, thyme, and sauce.
Okay,
all right, that's his favorite
much.
meal, actually.
Yeah, that's
his favorite meal.
Apart from rice. You know.
All right, so Mr. Majek, I mean, there's a lot that the foundation has been doing in encouraging parents to come forward.
That's right.
And come to terms with where they find out that they have a child with Down syndrome.
Yes.
But there's also this fear that a lot of people face because they don't quite understand. Can you tell us about some of these challenges?
Thank you. I'm also a father. I have a son who's 29 this year.
Okay. And
I tell you what, the experience, I can talk from my experience and also the experience of other parents. Society doesn't accept it because there's a lot of fear. You know, and what does fear mean? False evidence appearing real. They don't understand the fact that this is a chromosomal defect. It's natural. And then there's a lot of superstition that comes to play. People believe that the children are a result of some demonic activity. It's as a result of something the father or the mother or somebody in the village has done to the child. So there's a lot of stigmatization about this not just Down syndrome itself, but other disabilities, whether it's CP or autism, but especially Down syndrome because it's physical.
Yeah.
They have physical characteristics which are different from you and I. And I can talk about a friend's experience who, Tola Makinde, she runs her own foundation as well. She went to a shopping mall one time to eat, and then she sat down beside a gentleman, and when he saw, she has a child with Down syndrome, once he saw the child, he took off.
Wow.
He took off with his own child. I think the fear it stemmed from the fact that they believe that this thing can be transferred. Now, it is not a disease. It's not an ailment that can be, it's not contagious. It's just a genetic chromosomal fluke. It just happens. But Africa being Africa, with emphasis on Ika, it's a question of ignorance. And that's the reason why the foundation has come up to be a voice to the voiceless and act as advocates.
Okay, so we have to stop you there, take a break, and we will be back, and we'll be asking you some more questions.
All right.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back, and we still have the superstar Solomon here, and also Majek.
I'm very proud of him.
joining us.
Very proud of
we
you.
are too. We
Very
are
proud
too.
of you.
We've seen everything he can do, and
So one thing that I know that Solomon has been able to do, of course with the help of many people like
That's
you, is get integrated into society.
Yes.
In the area of education and in the area of sports.
And vocation.
And advocacy as well. So why are these things, these three areas, important for people with Down syndrome, and for parents also push them in that direction as well?
And that's a good question. Simply put, we always insist, or we try to project at the foundation, the issue of acceptance. That's our payoff line. That's our maxim. Accept, educate, and inspire, and then love them. It's important that society accepts them for what they can do, not for what they have. What they have doesn't define them. It's what they have inside that we need to encourage. And people like, there are quite a number of other people like Solomon who have innate talents. You've watched the video. Solomon was present at some show, fashion show last year, along with 3 or 4 other kids. That's part of the integration we're talking about. They can be integrated into almost every level of society, except maybe rocket science and medicine, maybe not. But in terms of arts, in terms of drama, in terms of catering, once you're given that level of support and opportunity, the sky for them is not the limit.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Majekodunmi, for all the work that you're doing, helping parents, especially, because sometimes it takes a lot to come to terms, like you said, with them and accepting that you have these kinds of children.
And thanks for bringing Solomon to the studio.
He brought me.
He brought you, really?
Yes, he did. Thank you so much for the work that you're doing.
Thank you so much, too. Thank you.
Moving along quickly now. Now, natural hair, please ignore mine for now. Natural hair is all the rage. I've been trying to get my hair natural for quite a while. And there's a lot going on under this.
So how's that working out
for
you?
So the ladies understand what I mean by under all this. But people carrying natural hair still struggle with it. And they need to know how best to take care of their hair.
Now, this short feature that you're about to watch is going to show you a few things about texturizing your hair and styling it for all kinds of weathers and occasions. Even in the office. Take a look at this.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to show you guys how to do a do-it-yourself protein treatment. These are the ingredients I use: apple cider vinegar, olive oil, avocado, egg, and measuring cup. So what I do is take 3/4 of an avocado. I know that you see it's only a half of an avocado, but I added half of the other half as well, which makes it 3/4. I added 1 egg. I added 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, and I just went ahead and blended that together. And then after blending, I just added some olive oil. I really just eyeballed the olive oil, and then I continued blending, and this is the consistency that I got. If you are someone that adds heat regularly, you might want to add more eggs. I added 1 just because I didn't add that much heat. I just wanted something to give me a little extra oomph. But yeah, if you add heat regularly, then just go ahead and add another egg. I have sectioned my hair into 4 to make it easier for detangling and for the product to be distributed evenly. And so I'm just going to put it on my hair like so, making sure that I'm coating each strand, making sure that I'm detangling while I'm doing it. Now this is really why I love the olive oil, because the olive oil really helps with the detangling process. What the avocado does is it moisturizes the hair, and then it promotes hair growth for brittle and coarse looking hair like I was having. Like I said, it felt really dry, felt very brittle, and like how my styles were coming out. So this is why I opted for this mask. And then like everybody knows that egg is the protein, and then the apple cider vinegar that I put is really going to balance my pH. And I'm just putting a grocery bag. Yes, I am putting a grocery bag. All of these things are really good to put in your hair. And tying my head up with it. Now you can either sit under the dryer, or you can just let it do its own thing, which I let it do its own thing for about 2 hours, I believe. I think I did it for 2 hours, but if you go under the dryer, you're only going to have to do 15 to 30 minutes.
Wow. Did you see that hair?
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, I know
You're
what
working
I'm,
in yours, eh?
my next hairstyle.
Don't worry, we'll support you all the way.
I love the mixing though.
Yeah.
I love that. But
it feels like wasting food to me though.
Wasting food, really? Yomi, now this next guest, she's gonna make you realize that all we've been doing is making excuses.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. I mean, Nkechinyere Chidi Ogbolu is the author of this book right here, Tales of an Uber Miner in college, who she enrolled as an undergraduate at Howard University at the mind-boggling age of 14. Let me say that again. She was 14 when she enrolled in Howard, and she maintained her scholarship till her graduation this year. Just a few weeks after her 18th birthday. She's absolutely amazing.
She's about to begin her doctoral program in biomedical engineering. Is that even a course? Biomedical engineering?
We're just going to talk to her now and find out what she's about. But what I'm curious to know is what goes on in the mind
of an Uber miner.
Of a prodigy. Like, are you guys normal? Or is there something special about you?
I think I'm normal. I'd like to think I'm normal. I think my mind is actually not that different from a typical young person. I think I was very fortunate in the opportunities that I was able to look for. I looked for things that would get me to where I am because I knew what I wanted. And I can't really say that there's anything particularly different about me from other people. I just feel like I just had the information, and that's what I want to also give to other people. I feel like if we're armed with the information, then we will be able to do greater things than...
Okay, so Yomi, does she sound like an 18-year-old right now? Does she sound 18? You know,
I don't.
The 18-year-olds I've met of recent are like, hey.
I can do that too.
Hey.
So one of the things that I know has always been a shock and a surprise to people that you meet is that, you know, you're about to start your PhD, you're 18, and even in the US, it's not a common thing. It's not something that you find. You're one of the youngest graduates from Howard, and also one of the youngest people to be starting a PhD. So what are the kind of reactions that you get when you actually tell people your age?
I get shock, and then amazement, and then, oh my gosh, you're a genius. And then it's like, I mean, generally people tend to be really happy for me and they tend to celebrate with me, which is something that I absolutely love. I think it's quite amazing that people can actually be willing to celebrate other people's successes and greatness, because it just shows that we all eventually, despite our differences in tribe, religion, color, we still see like other people doing well and we want to be like, go girl, like you can do this. So it's definitely a lot of love that I've been getting. Like I was in Kaduna very recently and I was speaking to some other people trying to encourage them. Like I said, I feel like if everybody has the information, they will be able to do even better than I have done. And I didn't even get any, I wasn't expecting, but then based on stories, you accept some kind of resistance because based on the fact that I'm in Kechi, and I'm in Kaduna. I'm not a Muslim. I'm all of that. So, but they were very, very receptive. They were very encouraging. I've been receiving messages on Facebook. My mom has been receiving messages, like people just showing me love, and I think that's actually very beautiful.
Wow.
Okay. So I've been wondering, the course you've selected to do your PhD in,
right?
What would you like to use that course for? Obviously, you picked it for a reason.
Right. My PhD is in biomedical engineering with a research focus in regenerative medicine, tissue engineering, and some aspects of drug delivery. So the regenerative medicine aspect is basically trying to promote the body's ability to heal itself.
Okay.
I'm trying to take away the need for donors. So rather than you waiting for somebody else to pass on for you to live, you can just like get something replaced or promote your own body's ability to heal itself, and that's where the tissue engineering aspect comes in. Then the drug delivery part was because it's mostly based for cancer research, because right now we have medicine that is able to treat the cancer cells, but then it's supposed to kill just the cancer cells, but then it might kill other important cells in the body. So we're trying to target it to just that particular area so that the rest of you functions quite well.
All right.
I'm just tripping, as in,
yeah,
I'm just looking, I'm just wondering, like, oh my goodness.
It does tend to give us hope that, you know, we have a bright future ahead of us. And I know my kids will definitely be inspired by.
I have a daughter. Can you mentor her for me, please?
That's actually one of the things that I'm hoping. Like, mentoring is definitely something that's needed.
I want her to be like you. I want her to be smart like you. That's actually all I want.
Well, we have to wrap up now, but we're going to be having long conversations, my darling.
Okay.
We are. Don't go anywhere
can you
too far.
smell the pancake?
Like, I can. It's delicious. It's like I walked in here and I'm like, I'm really hungry right now.
We have to make a move and see what Beyonce is up to. Yes, come along.
Over.
Yes, indeed. Ooh. Okay, so Beyonce.
Hi.
All right, please
take
so
seat.
Beyonce. Yes, please sit down.
Is working up some magic or cooking up some magic in here. So,
okay.
You know,
the magic is done.
magic is. I really okay. You know what? I've never imagined pancakes with granules. How? Okay.
That's apart from the Cocoa Puffs.
Well, let's forget the Cocoa Puffs somewhere. Yes. All right. Yeah. Okay, so quickly just take us through the caramel sauce and all the drama.
It's a drama. Okay, it's basically mixing your wet ingredients and your dry ingredients. Your wet ingredient consists of your eggs, your vanilla essence, your milk, while your dry ingredients consist of flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt.
Okay,
so you mix it together.
You're telling us too much about all these good things.
You mix it together, and yes, you fold in your cereal.
Okay.
Yeah, and yes.
So I'm supposed to
we're
hand
good
this
to go.
to our
We're good to go. Then
breakfast is ready.
Yeah, you know, just make your own mixed caramel sauce with sugar, butter, and
Can I try it?
Officially, we're out of time, people.
Yes, we are.
While she's eating, let's say our goodbyes. Of course, we're going to be back again tomorrow morning, bright and early.
Yeah, and we want to thank Payport Food Stores for the groceries.
And of course, Homely NG for the kitchen accessories. And finally, Fola, thank you so much. Fola's Place put my hair together.
And thank you to all our guests.
Yes,
Solomon, the superstar.
Yes, sir.
Majek of the Down Syndrome Foundation.
And this
and
prodigy of life.
the prodigy herself. Check out her book
yes,
right here. We'll see you again tomorrow for breakfast.
Bye for now. Bye.